We
Yeah.
generally sit in the middle of like a Gong and a HubSpot or Salesforce,
Yeah.
right? So in terms of competition, stuff like this is very new that often our biggest competitor is the status quo. It's relying on your revenue teams to still do these things manually, to still go into Salesforce. At the end of the day, everyone remembers you block off that 30-minute, 45-minute block at the end of your day for pipeline updates. Go throw everything into your opportunities in Salesforce, your deals in HubSpot. And so that's really what we've seen be the biggest
Hurdle.
competitor is really just the status quo. There's a few other small players in the space, ones that we have a ton of respect for, but in terms of the biggest one, it's definitely just what people are doing today and have been doing for the last 20 years.
Yeah, and asking, is it worth making the investment or can we just keep having our salespeople do it? Which will be interesting, probably is already interesting as layoffs have occurred over the past year and a half or so, and those sales teams have gotten smaller but need to produce just as much revenue. It's how do you offset that?
Yeah, definitely. That's something that we're hearing pretty much every day is 2024 goals. It's doing more with less. And how can we keep the head count and still grow and still hire deals, more deals, things like that. And that's where Swift really fits in well with a lot of those initiatives.
Yeah, my answer to that question as a revenue leader is you hire more salespeople. That's how you do it. But obviously, there are optimizations of how do you increase selling power without increasing the sales team, and that's where like Swift comes in.
I think these metrics actually change, and it will change for a long time. I'm questioning even the career path for a lot of the sales leaders and the CROs that are looking to expand their teams. At least in the past, that was a obvious kind of progression or in the career. Like, oh, I managed the bigger team when that was 400 people, it was 1,000 people, and so on and so on. But I think these people are rarely getting a question, how much more productive did you make your team? How do you really recognize the opportunity and the capacity in your team, and then you apply different tactics, including systems that are helping them to be 120% productive and achieve the quota and so on before you even think about expanding, adding additional 50 headcounts.